Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Education in Isolation. Now, tonight I'm doing a pre record because I'm in Italy with my beautiful husband, Randy, and we are in Florence and we're enjoying Randy's big 0 birthday. So I decided to zip off to Florence for only a few days, and it happens to fall just on the Monday night for my show. So I decided I hate missing out and I hate letting anybody down. And I know so many of you tune into my show from all over the world. So I decided, let me do a pre-record and let me give you a beautiful hairstyle. Now tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to braid hair. This is a beautiful braid, very, very simple. So watch it carefully. What you can do with this braid, once you've got it, is totally up to you. Now you're going to see, I'm going to braid down either side. I'm going to do a beautiful sort of chignon at the back of the hair. But of course, like all of my hairstyles, once you have the idea, then anything is possible. So tonight's show is a stunning braid. Now, the other thing, of course, is, and I get asked this all the time, is IME. What products am I using? I'm using IME. This is the Wella product, and I love this. And many hundreds of you continually ask me about which hairspray am I using. And as you all know, when it comes to long hair, hairspray is one of the fundamental things to get right. You don't want it too strong and you don't want it too weak. It's got to be that sweet spot, doesn't it? And I find Mystify Me Light and Mystify Me Strong are two perfect hairsprays. This is the light, so this is my working hairspray, and this is my finishing spray, and this is called Mystify Me Strong. So Mystify Me Light, Mystify Me Strong from the IME range by Wella. So anyway, let's get on with the hairstyle and let's have a look at this beautiful, beautiful hairstyle.
Okay, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to take a section on the very top. Now, on the very top of this, I'm going to take out a triangular section from temple to temple. So I'm going to go from side to side and right back to the crown. So I'm taking a triangular section out of there. And this is going to be the middle part of the hairstyle. So there we go. That's the beginning. Now from this section, I'm now going to start taking side sections. Make sure you've got a nice even section. So let's take a side section. It's roughly around about a sort of a half a centimetre deep back to the middle. And I'm going to simply take it back, take the tail under and over that middle piece, pull it back, tie it into a knot and take the tail up on top, keeping the tension very tight on the central area. Okay, let's have a look on the opposite side. Take a slice of hair like this, bring it all the way back to the middle, take it under, looping, keeping a loop on one side, take the tails under and over and then pull it back through the loop and place it up on a section clip. Let's have a look really closely. Here we go, take the section back. Now create a loop using your two fingers. Look at that. Take the tail over and pull it back through the loop and place that up on top, just like that. Let's repeat the same on the opposite side. So once again, bring the hair back, hold it, take the tails under, create a loop, look at those two fingers, and then bring the tails back over in between your two fingers and then pull it up on top like that. Okay, now what's going to happen is we're now going to repeat that movement all the way down the back of the hair. You know, as I always say at every show that I ever do, always this is open to your own interpretation. So as you can see, I'm going under, so I keep a loop, under and over, and then pull. But perhaps you might want to go, instead of going under, you might want to go over. Whatever you decide to do, just keep the same pattern all the way down. And you know, there's lots of things you can do with this. If you like the idea, it looks like an intricate braid, but it's not really. It's actually just tying a knot in the hair and then taking the tail up to the top. Now, each time I take the section to the top, I pull the tension on the tail. Okay, I'm going to speed this up a little bit so you can see. So as I'm working here, I'm just going to keep on coming all the way down the very, very back like this, right through the central area. Once again, once you get this idea, please, I always say it, change it up, do what you want to do. Perhaps what you might want to do is split the hair down the middle and just do one on one side and one on the other. So you could do exactly the same going down one side and exactly the same going down the opposite side like this. What I love about this is it looks so technical and you get this beautiful ribbing in the hair. There we go. Now I did put a hair grip there. Now look, I'm going to repeat that again. Watch this. I need to hold this in place. So I've already put one hair grip over on the right hand side and there's my hair grip going up on the left hand side. So I just grip really everything in place to hold perfectly. Here we go. Let's let the tails down and get on with the hairstyle. Now once I let the tails down, I will pull at the hair a little bit just to tighten it up, just to make sure that everything looks perfect. There we go, look at that. That just tightens it all back together again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to braid the hair. So I'm going to take 3 pieces and I'm just going to do a 3-strand braid. And as I go past each section, I'm going to add that section in. So it's a little bit like a French braid. So just add that piece in. There we go, like this, and keep on working all the way down. Once again, you could twist the hair if you can't braid. You can twist each individual piece if you want to, so sort of to give the hair sort of a really lovely sort of effect at the back. So really, it's whatever you want to do. So you can see I'm just making sure I get all the right pieces. I accidentally caught 2 there instead of 1. There we go, all the way down there. And I'm going to just take that down, and then I'm going to braid all the way down, and we're going to place a little end elastic there to hold. There we go. You can see now you've got all that there. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. I love this. So I'm just going to do it really fast. Gosh, if only life was that easy, huh? There it is. There are our 2 pieces. Now just sort of pull at the hair, tidy the hair up, make sure everything looks good, and you're ready to go on to the last step. See, I just pulled at the very top just to create a little bit more softness. Now at the back, I'm going to braid that down. So I'm just going to put that into a braid. I'm actually going to put all of the hair up, but as I say, you could choose to leave some hair down. You could make it sort of more boho chic if you wanted to, by making it much softer than what I'm doing. There we go. We'll place that into our little end elastic like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'll just give it a little bit of a spray. I'm just checking to make sure everything looks good. And I'm going to just fold this up and sort of place it into sort of a lovely round shape. So I tuck the tail in behind everything. There we go, we'll pin that into place. And this is going to form the basis for this part of the hairstyle. There it is. And we'll just make sure we've got all the tails tucked away. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one of the sides across. So I'm going to start over here on the left hand side and I'm going to take it under the right, and then I'm going to put my hair grips over on the right hand side and then place the braid over the top of where the hair grips were. There's our first piece. See that there? So what I'm doing is I'm camouflaging where I put those hair grips. Like that. Brilliant. Now let's repeat the same on the opposite side. So I tuck the tails around and under the braid. I pin the tails in and under. And then I pin the braid on top of the tails like this. I love this look. It's such a beautiful look. This would be so nice if you wanted to put flowers into it, perhaps down the side, either side would be beautiful. Again, as I say, there's so many things you can do with that. And here's our look. Look at that. It looks so technical and so complicated.
Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the hairstyle. I think it's beautiful. I love the way it all goes together so simply, and particularly if you really don't like braiding, then this is a great way to sort of really just take that fear about it by sort of going under and over and back up, taking all the tails each time up so that you can do something with them when you're finished. And of course, I braided the tails coming down, but of course you can do anything with that you want. If you want to, you could even just twist the hair and leave and do that, so that really you don't have to do more braiding on top of that. So it's up to you. So thanks, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being part of Education in Isolation, and we'll see you next Monday night at 8 o'clock UK time for Education Isolation on Facebook and on Instagram. Lots and lots of love. Bye.